One thing that I found out in this business, in 15 minutes you can do a lot. Now, let me ask you this question. I'm going to ask you to be more efficient in your network marketing time than maybe you are in your job. Because think about this. How many people work in a job or have a business outside of your network marketing business? Raise your hands, please. Okay, for all of you, I want you to be honest. How many of the hours a week that you work at your job are truly productive hours? Who's got a number? 2 hours out of your week are productive. How about you? 2 hours a week are productive. Who else? 5, 30, 12, 16, 20, 10. Because you know why we're being displaced by machines every single day in every aspect of our world? You know why? And why we're safe? Because word of mouth advertising is still going to be the most powerful resource on earth. We're being displaced because machines are more efficient than we are, because guess what we do? We show up 9 o'clock, we wander around a little bit, we have a cup of coffee, we visit a few cubicles, we tell a few stories, we find our way to our desk, we check our email, we lounge around online, we hide behind our screen for like another 45 minutes. We get up, go to the bathroom, visit with a few people on the way there and on the way back. Then we go to a meeting that's completely unnecessary, and we sit in the meeting, 12 people getting paid $40 an hour in a meeting that's completely unnecessary, and we're on on social media under the table in the meeting anyway, pretending that we're busy. Then we go to lunch, we come back from lunch, and then we, pretty soon, hey, I guess it's time to go. The day's gone. So in network marketing, if you want to be really efficient, I want to ask you to schedule your hours, be a tough boss, but then be really efficient with the hours that you have. You might not have 2 hours to be able to say, okay, I'm going to prospect for 2 hours, but you might have 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, you can make 3, 4, 5 calls. You can send out 10 text messages. You can follow up with 3 people. You can check on your team. You can inspire somebody in your organization. You can get somebody to register for your next convention in 15 minutes. So think of it in 15-minute increments. If you have 10 hours a week to build your network marketing business, 10 hours a week, guess what you can do in those 10 hours a week? That's 40 15-minute blocks, 40. 40 times you can focus, 40 times you can hit it, 40 times you can get results. Get the kids started on their homework, do 2 15-minute blocks. Do a 15-minute block in the car on the way to work. Never eat alone at lunch. You don't need to eat with that same crowd anyway. Make sure you're meeting with somebody that you could talk to about your business every day at lunch and have at least 2 or 3 15-minute blocks. You can, if you're serious about this, you could take 8 hours on a Saturday. 8 hours on a Saturday, 8 times 4, 32 15-minute blocks, and just do back-to-back presentations all day on a Saturday, liberating people and changing people's lives. Sitting in the corner of a Starbucks, no problem. So 15-minute increments can really help you in maximizing your time. Your boss should be your calendar. When I'm working and coaching people, which is one of my favorite things to do, is coaching people, guess what I look at first? Show me your calendar. Come on. And they're like, what? They get this big scared look. And if you're not going to employ yourself, if you want to be coached by me, I'm going to employ you. Show me. Show me what hours you're scheduled to prospect, what hours you're scheduled to follow up, what hours you're scheduled to close and get people started, what hours you're scheduled to train your group, communicate with your team. What are your hours for real? Show me. Show me where the follow-up is. Show me where the schedule is. Show me where the events are. Show me. You've got to show me your calendar. I saw a documentary on Joan Rivers. She was one of the most prolific, hard-working women in comedy. Whether you like her or not doesn't matter. But in the documentary, she was in her 80s or something and working hard. And she says, you want to see what terror looks like? And she opened up a page to a calendar that was empty. That's terror to me. And then she went to the page before. It was all filled. She said, that brings me joy. That means I'm out there, doing my thing in the world. An empty calendar should be terrorizing to you, should be so frightening to you. Most of you don't even have one. What does your calendar look like as you leave here from now to the end of the year? If you have a calendar filled with specific activities, you're going to win. If you're just winging it, I can guess your income. I can guess your bank balance if you're just winging it. Decide to be a little bit more structured. If you want to be a network marketing professional, what would Elon Musk do if he had your distributorship? What would Steve Jobs do if he had your distributorship? What would Bill Gates do if he had your distributorship? Or Mark Cuban do if he had your distributorship? What would he do with the time? He or she or anybody. What would they do with the gift that they had, and how would they value it? They'd go after it. Now, I'm not saying you have to be full-time. I'm saying in the time that you have to be efficient. Make the hours that you set sacred. Most of you will set your hours, but anything in the world will knock those hours off track. You get a cold, those hours go out the window. Somebody in the family has a crisis, those hours go out the window. You'll still go to your job, but your network marketing business isn't sacred. Until it's sacred, there's only so far you're going to go. You got to treat these hours sacred. You got to treat this commitment on a sacred level and go after it. Even though network marketing is forgiving, don't ask for the forgiveness every day.